everyone. My name is Ginger Spencer. I'm the Assistant Public Works Director, and I'd like to thank you all for being with us here today. This is a very proud moment for the City of Phoenix and the Public Works team, the opening of our brand new compost facility. Woo! This facility came to fruition because our city leaders have a vision of a sustainable desert city, and our dedicated city staff are determined to see that through. The completion of this compost facility is significant because this will play a huge role in the developing of our Resource Innovation Campus, or as we fondly call it, the RIC. Today, we hope you are able to tour the facility to understand what it can do, meet with some of our staff and our contractors who will manage and operate this facility, and more importantly, learn about the RIC and see the bigger picture of what we are trying to accomplish in the city of Phoenix. Before I go on, I would like to acknowledge my boss, our boss for the Public Works Department, and that is Deputy City Manager Karen Peters. So Karen, can you wave at everyone? She supports us day in and day out of getting our work done. So, we are honored today to have our mayor, Mayor Greg Stanton, with us. Our mayor always sees the big picture when it comes to sustainability and waste diversion. He is a champion for sustainability, for innovation and economic development, and building a circular economy. Mayor Stanton will be followed by Councilwoman Thelda Williams. Councilwoman Williams is the chair of the Transportation and Infrastructure Subcommittee. Councilwoman Williams is an advocate for diverting our green organics from the landfill, and she is a participant and advocate of our curbside green organics program. So she's been instrumental in moving many of our diversion programs forward through the Transportation and Infrastructure Subcommittee. So again, I want to thank you all for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our mayor, Mayor Greg Stanton, City of Phoenix.
Ginger, thank you so very much. Congratulations on your recent promotion to the City of Phoenix. Our new Public Works Director, huge shoes to fill. With our legendary John Trujillo, I know is here as well. We wouldn't come this far without him. John and Ginger and the whole team, along with our #1 composter in the City of Phoenix, Councilwoman Thelda Williams, you have made composting cool within the City of Phoenix. Let's give them all a big round of applause. We owe you. Now, obviously, we're here today to celebrate this great occasion in the City of Phoenix, the grand opening of our first compost facility. But don't be fooled. Today's opening is about much more than leftovers and lawn clippings. This 27-acre compost facility represents Phoenix's next major step in achieving our ambitious 2050 sustainability goals, and specifically our goal, which we're going to do it, to be a zero waste city. This facility provides Phoenix with the green infrastructure that we need to divert more waste from the landfill, reduce greenhouse gases, save taxpayer dollars, protect our environment, and to build a stronger, greener, and more circular economy. We set those ambitious 2050 goals because we knew we needed a plan to thrive and grow as a city in the era of climate change and to get ahead in today's global, hyper-competitive economy. Just before I became mayor, a book called Bird on Fire named Phoenix the least sustainable city on planet Earth. How's that to start out? Well, as one of the fastest growing cities in the country, we knew that this couldn't be our future. Not for our environment, not for our kids, and not for our local economy. Today, Phoenix, our city, is recognized as one of the most sustainable cities anywhere. And thanks to the leadership of our city council, and particularly Councilwoman Thelda Williams, and the vision of our great Public Works Director, John Trujillo. Now, he's still the director. I got to be careful. He retires next week. He's still the boss. The city of Phoenix has orchestrated one of the greatest comeback stories in sustainability history. But the good news is, we're just getting started. The entire focus of this facility is to boost Phoenix towards its 40 by 20 goal, increasing our diversion rate by 40% before the year ends 2020, and to support our transition to a zero waste, fully circular economy. Now, our diversion goals are bold. They push the envelope. And some have asked, how are we going to get there from here? Well, I'm telling you today, what we're looking at today, this beautiful facility. Now, you don't see a lot of it because a lot of it's underground, but it's beautiful, I'm telling you. We're looking at a big part of that answer. Nearly half of the materials that we throw in the landfill are compostable. Yard and food waste are two of Phoenix's most prevalent types of waste. But before today, the city of Phoenix did not have the capacity to process compostables on a large scale. Once we cut the ribbon today, Phoenix can process up to 110,000 tons of compost annually. That translates to an 11% increase in what we divert from the landfill. And if it's a success, when it's a success, we have the option to further increase capacity to 220,000 tons per year, doubling this facility's impact. For residents of Phoenix, this facility means we can expand the curbside green organics collection program, a popular one, Felda knows. She's been a customer from day one. It also means the city can move forward toward residential food scraps collection, something the people of Phoenix have been asking for, begging for, if you will. It's important to the future of our city. This facility revolutionizes how Phoenix deals with waste. And because of its impact, the facility won the Institute for Sustainable Infrastructure, the ISI Envision Silver Verification. It's like a lead rating for green infrastructure. It's the first project to win the award here in the state of Arizona, and the first project of its kind to win the award in the United States of America. I told you it was a big deal. Felda, come forward. We're going to flip the, there it is. There it is. There it is. We'll take pictures afterward, a good picture with everybody. The new facility also cements Phoenix's position as a leader in the circular economy. Simply put, circular economy means that everything we use and reuse, and maybe everything we use, we will reuse and likely turn a profit. The smarter and more creative we become, the more waste we are able to divert, repurpose, and sell back on the market, the better off the city is going to be. This is the new model for a sustainable economy and represents a $1.8 trillion business opportunity. Simply put, the circular economy is not just critical for the environment, not just critical for achieving our sustainability goals, it's critical for the economy that this can represent for the future of this city. An early pioneer in the circular model, Phoenix was the first American city to be admitted to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation's Circular Economy 100, a very prestigious action and activity by the city of Phoenix. And we have earned international recognition for our leadership in the circular economy, but we're just getting started. The city of Phoenix and our Public Works Department, under John Trujillo's leadership, and continue with Ginger Spencer's leadership, they're fully committed to this transition. With circular principles, John has reinvented the Public Works Department from just a service provider to an economic driver and job creator. This is our most innovative department that we are blessed to have in the city of Phoenix. Who would have thought? Public Works years ago. But it is the most innovative, creative department in the city of Phoenix. Thank you, John Trujillo. A great legacy as the leader of this department in the city of Phoenix. Instead of paying millions of dollars to haul and bury our waste, Phoenix is unlocking its economic value. This compost facility is at the heart of City of Phoenix's resource innovation strategy, literally. This facility stands in the middle of the Resource Innovation Campus, a great partnership between the City of Phoenix and Arizona State University that includes our transfer station and recycling facilities across the way. With this new facility, the city can sell its compost to local farmers and community gardens. The city is already using the compost at our own city parks, saving on fertilizer costs. This entire campus will serve as a hub, an incubator for innovators and entrepreneurs dedicated to finding business opportunities that lay hidden in Phoenix's public waste. As I like to say, turning trash into cash. Innovators have already begun capitalizing on the organic waste that will be processed at this facility. The campus's first on-site manufacturer, Palm Silage Inc., found a way to convert residents' palm fronds into animal feed and now sell it for $10 million in annual revenue. That's the circular economy at work. And many more great companies are sure to follow. As a whole, the circular economy creates 10 times more jobs than traditional landfilling. It supports local startups and that will hire our local skills-based workforce. That means better paying local jobs for our hard-working residents. It truly is a win for everyone, as Colin taught me. So like I said, there's a whole lot more than just a compost happening here. I look forward to so many more victories in the city of Phoenix as we continue to press forward as one of the world's most sustainable cities. Thank you so very much for being here and supporting us as we've gone through this incredibly important transition with the Public Works Department and all our departments as we think and act in so much more of a sustainable way. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the #1 champion on our Phoenix City Council for this facility, for increasing our diversion rate, for our sustainability goals, and as I mentioned, our first composter on the Phoenix City Council, the original composter on our Phoenix City Council, the chair of our Transportation Infrastructure Subcommittee, a curbside organics collection champion, Felda Williams.
Thank you, Mayor. I think John came up with the idea of the 10 barrels because I complained all the time. I have 42 trees and I had a horse. What can I say? And the green barrel was always full. So I want to congratulate John too, because John is one of the most creative people I have ever met. And I am delighted Ginger's going to follow in his footsteps because she has energy plus an imagination that has no limits. So I'm very excited and thankful for all that you have done. I am so proud that the city is taking this goal and really making it happen. You know, too many governments talk about it. We're going to do it. Oh, yeah. But do we actually see action? City of Phoenix gets involved. They make things happen, and they do it first class. And I am very pleased today to thank our partners in this. WeCare, thanks to WeCare Organics, that will operate and manage this facility. They will help the city produce good quality compost that can be marketed out into the community, and we're hoping to retail facilities in the future. I want to thank Green Mountain, a division of Arrington Watkins Architects, for designing an efficient composting process using new technology and making this facility state-of-the-art. I want to thank HDR for keeping in mind the city's current waste diversion practices and goals and developing a very thoughtful plan that allows this program to expand as the need increases, and we're hoping that's quickly. And for advocating for the city to secure the coveted Envision Silver Award. And I want to thank the other city departments that's really been involved. Streets has been heavily involved in this project. Of course, Public Works. Parks, even water has been involved. And it is wonderful to see a city that can break down silos amongst departments, especially in a city this large, to come together to attain our goals and to envision something that hasn't been done, but will make us a better city and more sustainable. And as we all talked about, where do we get some of this material? Well, we have a very large convention center. We have a very large aviation department and parks department. All those hikers that have to be rescued, we hope they put their plastic bottles and their other products in the right barrel before they go up, right? But I want to thank all of you that are here today, and thank City Department, and especially John and Ginger and all the ones that have been involved. Spectacular job. I'm very proud to know you and to work with you, so thank you for all you do.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor Stanton, and thank you, Councilwoman Williams. Could I have John Trujillo, the mayor, Councilman Williams, and members of our design and construction team to come up to the podium? We are going to take a picture with the Envision Award and do a quick ribbon cutting ceremony. This was a huge effort. It's a great team, and we're going to be yeah. So we're going to be followed by just a few more speeches, but
Oh, a few more. All right.
yeah, just a few more after we do this. Yes. Could I also have representatives from the design and construction team to join us right over here to the side for the quick ribbon cutting ceremony as well?
3, 2, 1.
So our 27th Avenue Compost Facility is now officially open for business. Woohoo! I would like to thank all of our city leaders, our staff members, and all of our business partners for building a key component of our Resource Innovation Campus.
Thank you, Ginger. And as people know me, I'm just a trash and recycling geek. Really, that's all I am. And you know, it's simple as we're just trying to get residents to understand the value of trash, as the mayor mentioned. And so, and I want them to understand that what we throw away can transform into something that can be reused, repurposed, remanufactured, repaired, or turned into something beautiful, as you know. And so to me, there's no such thing as trash. And our goal is to turn, as Mayor said, turn trash into cash. And so we are truly grateful to have a team that is willing to work hard. And we have a really great team in Public Works. And up for the challenge of taking this once least sustainable city, as the mayor mentioned earlier, to become one of the most innovative cities when it comes to waste diversion, sustainability, and achieving the circular economy. We are truly humbled that the mayor, city council, the manager's office, and our boss, Karen Peters, trusted and supported us in many of our waste diversion endeavors, challenging us to think outside the box, encouraging us to learn best practices from other cities that are doing things well, and for allowing us to seek partnerships with other organizations because they understand collaboration is the key to being successful. This compost facility, as they mentioned, is just a starting point for a Resource Innovation Campus and the beginning of many strategic partnerships, which we currently have right now, especially with Arizona State University. Innovations, technological developments, and entrepreneurial ideas, and they mentioned economic development. This would not have happened if it wasn't for our great staff, but I want to truly recognize Stacy Hetzmanberger, Chuck Hamstra, and Alan Smokel for completing this project on time and under budget so we can start diverting more organic waste from the landfill. And as they mentioned, 50% of what our residents throw away is organic material. That's about 197,000 tons of material. And we mention this a lot, but we transport over 4 million miles of material to the landfill every year. And that's about 8 times going to the moon and back. Just material going to the landfill. And this is a start of not taking that material to the landfill. But what's more important to me more than anything else is I want to thank Ginger Spencer for her leadership. And I am so glad that I have found another trash and recycling geek who has the smarts, the tenacity, the experience, and the drive to create a city that will be a leader in all aspects of a circular economy. Finally, again, if it wasn't for our partners, Brycon, HDR, Erickton Watkins, and all those that helped make this a success, this is a true state-of-the-art facility. It may not look like it, but it is. It's one of its kind, as you can see from the plaque. So with that, I would like to call on Brycon's Vice President of Operations, Phil Casau.
I'm Phil Casaus, Vice President of Operations, and I'm actually honored, really, to be here to represent all the hardworking managers, supervisors, contractors, vendors, suppliers, everybody that helped participate in this project to bring it to completion. You know, Brycon has had the honor and the fortune to construct numerous projects that bring high-tech and cutting-edge technology and bioscience to help make our world a better place day after day. And this project is no exception. I want to commend the City of Phoenix for their vision, for taking an idea and bringing it actually to reality. It's a project that supports the environment and promotes sustainability, which I know is very important to a city like this. I want to specifically thank, our design and construction team. I know as every project has its challenges, we overcome those challenges through the help of Arrington Watkins Architects, all their consultants, and especially the City of Phoenix to help us daily to get through the challenges faced by this project. I want to specifically thank our construction team, Scott DeLuzin, who is our division manager here, along with Kevin Fries, our operations manager, and the entire pre-construction team, Shane Coppage for sure. Our construction group, Chris Boston, who is our project manager, who I know personally has spent hours and hours and days dedicated to this project. And of course, the boots on the ground man, Art Dickerson, who helped make this project happen here on site. So again, I want to thank you, honored again that we are able to participate in a project like this. We've done numerous projects for the City of Phoenix over the years, and we look forward to a long relationship. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I'm Chuck Hamstra, Deputy Director over Diversion and Disposal, responsible for this site that you see here. And I wanted to thank everybody and welcome everybody to the facility. It's an honor to have you all here to help us celebrate with this facility's grand opening. So just to give you a little bit of background about the facility is designed to compost. It's the cleanest you'll probably ever see it. Pretty soon it's going to be covered with mounds and mounds of green waste material, tons and tons of material that's going to be processed right out here. So we're looking very much forward to that. And the whole purpose of this material is, or the whole purpose of this facility is to make sure that we keep the microbes that are the hard-working part of making the green waste into compost happy. So the whole design, well, it doesn't look like, if you look around, doesn't look like there's a lot here, but as the mayor mentioned, a lot of it is underground. So there's 8 miles worth of different piping that is underneath this football field's worth of concrete. There's also 8 miles worth of conduit and electrical wiring to provide all the IT and electrical supply to run this facility. So that is a lot of material. And then as you'll notice behind me, we have part of the facility that's above ground. You can see our blowers there and our control building as well. And then out on the concrete there, it looks like just a slab of concrete, but there's all kinds of piping underneath that concrete. There's 1,400 like sprinkler nozzles that supply air to the compost piles that will be sitting out there on that facility. And then all the equipment that's involved in turning the material, grinding the material, turning the compost, making the compost. So the great thing about the technology that we're using is it supplies the necessary water and oxygen to the piles and keeps the microbes happy, keeps it running. We can make compost in 45 to 60 days, which is way, way shorter than most commercial composting facilities that you see out there. The other thing is, as was mentioned earlier, this facility is designed to take our food scraps, and we're very excited about having that capability as well. In the past, we could only mulch. We couldn't take any food scraps. So we're very excited about that. And then lastly, what we ask is after the event today, we'd like you to go out and experience what's out there. We will have people on site. You can look at the equipment. You can look at the control trailer, look at the blowers. Behind the blowers is you see what appears to be a compost pile behind our blowers. That's actually a ground wood biofilter, which helps us scrub the odors out of the air when the system's running in negative pressure. So we're happy to have you step out and look at the material. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the blowers so that when you go out onto the pad, you can see how that operates. And GMT is the technology provider, and they have provided all the controls. They have, as you see, Kurt has he has a ruggedized computer tablet here, which the operator in the equipment will be using this tablet, and he can control the whole facility from this tablet. So he has a start system where we can just push the button, and it should fire up the blowers. They have a slow wind up. You'll be able to hear them winding up, but and then when you go out there, you'll be able to see the air coming out of the blowers. With that, I will turn it back over to Ginger Spencer. Thank you very much.
I love it. Chuck got a little excited. You can tell he really digs this. Okay, so all the workers who worked on this project, can you please stand up so we can acknowledge you? And if you're already standing, just wave at us. We want to acknowledge you today. Thank you. We thank you all for joining us. Again, thank you to all of our partners. Thank you all for being here, and enjoy. Have a great day. Thank you.